Welcome back to Module 6. In this video, we will be looking at the cool winter woman of style. So you might be saying to yourself, what exactly is the difference between the deep winter, cool winter, and the clear winter woman of style? Well, women who are considered cool winter women of style present as having cool, delicate skin coloring, which is opposite to that of the cool, deep winter woman of style. Women whose best power colors fall within the cool winter color palette will not be as deep and intense as those lovely women who fall within the deep winter color palette. Furthermore, women who look best in the cool winter color palette will present as delicate, cool in appearance, and you may also have a slightly rosy glow to your overall coloring that does not present as deep and cool as evidenced in the deep winter color palette or women who happen to fall within the deep winter color season. You look optimal in just cool, slightly less intense deep colors of the winter seasonal palette. Also, women of color who fall within the cool winter color palette will have skin coloring that may not be as deep and intense as other women of color who traditionally fall within the deep winter color palette. Although the deep winter color palette will look stunning on women of color who fall within the cool winter color palette, some colors may be too strong on you, and you may find that the less intense, cooler colors from the cool winter palette work best on your natural coloring. Likewise, women of color that are cool winters have skin coloring, hair, and eyes that will be equally cool in appearance. Your eyes and hair are not in high contrast or as intense compared to other women of color who have been assessed as being a traditional deep winter color season or deep winter woman of style. Later in the course, you will get to see a real-life client example of a cool winter woman of style who is African American but leans towards the cool winter color palette rather than the deep winter color palette. Let's take a closer look at the physical characteristics of the cool winter woman of style. What is noticeably different about cool winter eye types is the fact that they are not as deep and intense as the deep winter woman of style eyes. Cool winter eyes are cool, yes, but subtle in appearance that, in my opinion, have a slight twinkle to them. Common cool winter eye types range from cool soft hazel, cool gray, cool soft brown, and cool gray blue and traditional blue. Keywords that describe cool winter eye types include gentle, cool with a slight twinkle to them. Pause the video here. Take a look at your eyes. How do they differ from the deep winter eye types? Is there a noticeable difference? If not, not to worry. We still have one more subdomain to discuss that falls within the winter color season, that of the clear winter woman of style. But for now, just take a mental note of your eyes. Let's keep going. So cool winter hair types are not that much different from the deep winter hair. The only noticeable difference is the fact that the cool winter hair types are not as dark and as deep. Cool winter hair types range from cool black brown, cool ash blonde, cool chocolate brown, and soft salt and pepper. Feel free to pause the video yet again and take a moment to observe the current natural state of your hair. Does it fall into one of the cool winter hair types? Remember, if your hair is chemically processed or dyed, please do look at photos of yourself when you were between the ages of 6 through 12. What was the natural color of your hair? Remember to follow the process of elimination from Module 4. Now, let's take a closer look at a couple of celebrity examples who happen to be cool winter women of style. Here we have another gorgeous woman of color who happens to be a cool winter woman of style. African-American actress Zoe Kravitz is a good example of a woman of color who does not fall into the traditional color season of deep winter. Although she does present cool and slightly deep, she is not as deep and intense in her overall coloring. She balances the cool winter colors quite nicely. Zoe has cool, creamy olive skin tone, cool brown eyes, and cool dark brown hair. When looking at Zoe, you can immediately observe that she is not as deep and intense in her overall coloring, but still cool enough in her skin, hair, and eyes to successfully wear the slightly cooler colors from the winter color palette, as evidenced in the picture top right wearing the cool pine green deep V-neck dress, which is definitely one of her power colors. To the left, Zoe looks stunning in cool winter's red, and to the bottom, all black. Let's check out Zoe's best and worst color moments. To the right, Zoe looks absolutely drab in spring's coral and peach color combination. I personally feel these two colors are too warm on her and wear Zoe rather than Zoe wearing the color. As she does so perfectly in the photo to the left, Zoe comes to life wearing cool winter's pine green, and she looks right at home in this particular color. Moving to the far left, I couldn't find a photo of Zoe between the ages of 6 and 12, but here is a great photo of Zoe wearing her natural hair color with very minimal makeup. Evidently, Zoe is in fact a cool winter woman of style. I hope you are starting to get a firmer understanding of how color plays an integral role in your visual branding story. Caucasian women who happen to be cool winter women of style will obviously present as cool with a delicate skin texture. Top right is the lovely Brooke Shields in cool winter's white halter dress. To the immediate left of Brooke is the beautiful Kristen Davis, who looks amazingly gorgeous in cool winter's grape purple. To the bottom right is actress Jamie Lee Curtis, who looks fabulous in cool winter's aqua green. And lastly, actress Selma Blair looks pretty and feminine in cool winter's burgundy and blue floral dress. Also, if you happen to be a Caucasian woman who is a cool winter woman of style, you will have a noticeably rosy glow to your overall skin coloring, especially in your cheek area, which gives you a slightly flushed appearance due to the delicate texture of your skin. Pause the video here. Run through the process of elimination from Module 4. What results have you observed in regards to your own natural coloring and skin texture? Take note of your observations, and let's check out Selma Blair's best and worst colors. Okay, so to the right, Selma looks a little drained in color wearing the light pink top from the light spring color palette. It's not the greatest color of pink on her. She needs a little bit more intensity and depth. However, to the left, Selma looks awesome wearing indigo midnight blue from the cool winter color palette. It balances her cool coloring and dark hair and lovely cool hazel eyes. To the far left, I found the youngest photo I could find of Selma. In this photo, Selma's hair is still in its natural cool medium brown state. Her skin coloring is evidently cool and slightly delicate, which is another strong indicator that she is in fact a cool winter woman of style. Now, let's get into cool winter's power, anchor, and accent colors. The cool winter power colors are not as intense and bold as those colors from the deep winter color palette, but they still have enough depth to them that only a winter woman of style can wear regardless of what subdomain you fall within. However, the cool winter color palette is less intense in its visual appearance compared to that of the deep winter color season and palette, and they include cool deep raspberry, cool plum raspberry, cool dark navy, cool teal, and purest white. These are just a select few of the power colors from the cool winter color palette. Next are cool winter's anchor colors, which include cool rosy brown, cool black brown, cool smoky charcoal, and cool Oxford blue. And lastly, we have cool winter's accent colors, which include cool lemon yellow, antique silver, and we will be getting into each of the season's best accessories metals towards the end of this course, so hang in there. Cool tropical green, cool icy pink, and cool blue red. Don't forget to review previous modules where I introduced you to the color seasons. It will help you to better understand the subtle differences between each of the color seasons. But for now, I just want you to get acquainted with select power, anchor, and accent colors as I go through each of the subdomains for the winter, summer, and autumn and spring color seasons. Again, Again, color is subjective and it should be fun. Once you know what your signature color palette is, you will start to get a better understanding of what you consider to be your palette's power colors, accent colors, and anchor colors. Again, color is subjective and fun. This course is simply here to guide you in the right direction in helping you to further develop your visual branding story with the best signature color palette that resonates with your natural coloring and the message, the visual message in which you hope to communicate through your brand visually, both online and off. Now, for my favorite moment, let's see how key colors from the Cool Winter palette look like in a complete outfit. Here we have a classic and chic casual weekend outfit utilizing key colors from the Cool Winter color palette. Don't be afraid to experiment with different color combinations for your power, anchor, and accent colors. Again, as I just mentioned, color is subjective and should be fun. So once you know what your signature color palette is, after completing this course, don't be afraid to mix it up and experiment with different color combinations. You may be surprised at what color combinations really light you up and illuminate your visual branding message. Also, don't forget to implement my 80-20 rule. If you are not comfortable wearing the accent colors from the Cool Winter color palette, you can wear 20% of it in your accessories, outerwear, nail polish, and as a pop of color on your lips. It's all subjective. Whatever resonates with your visual branding message, that's what you should lean towards. Okay, lovely. We've got one more subdomain to cover, and that would be the clear winter woman of style.